So it's just us three.
Yep. Miss
Damn.
K hasn't even looked at the thing yet. What's
Uh,
up, YouTube? It's your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I am back. I am back with the homie, Lamont Tyson. Y'all, he graced us. He graced us. This is the first time on my channel, y'all. So y'all know I'm so excited about that.
you mean to tell me Crystal was on here before him?
Right. Yep.
Wow.
Hey, to me.
We if they call this the House of Dragons, we are a house of love. We share the love. We said either one of us go wherever we can help out and be helped and be entertained. And so y'all, when y'all meet one of us, you become family. So boom, I had to send her in there to handle
And she
business with
did
Nita
Wendy
the Diva.
Williams with us. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yes, and of course we got our baby Moochie in the building, so we gonna
Moochie,
Hey, what's
put them
up, y'all?
hammers up, y'all. Put
Put the
them hammers
hammers
up.
up. Put the hammer up. Put
put
the
the
hammer
hammers
up.
up. All right, we may have a couple other people drop in and out or whatever. So, but this is what you're gonna see. This is gonna be the whole panel, and we may get some other visitors. So Miss K may be joining us, and Brillo. Okay. So
Brillo.
yeah, Brillo. Yes. So, so since this is my first time talking to Lamont about it, because me and Moochie, we already chopped it up. So I just really want your opinion of just wherever you want to go. This first episode, what kind of impression did it make on you, and do you have faith in this going forward?
Yes, 100% faith. I actually think this could be better than the original Game of Thrones, and I'm explaining to you why. Go ahead, Moochie.
No. Go ahead. I agree with you. I was just saying I
Oh,
agree.
oh, this I was really worried, Nita and Moochie, that they took so long from the last show, and a lot of fans claimed they didn't like the last season of the last show. That I was worried that that energy, that writing, and everything that came from that was going to cross over to this. And you're making this story specific to one family, which is fine because we know you're going to have to cover all the 7 other lands of Westeros with this one family because they're at the rule. But after seeing it and experiencing the way they put everything in a timely manner, the way they unfolded how the plot of division in the family is going to begin, they gave you a little bit of the kind of action you used to get from the old Game of Thrones. They gave you the gore, they gave you the deceitfulness, they gave you the Game of the Thrones. And the
Right.
way it's set up, it made me really have faith that this could be way better than the last 2 seasons of the original show. And fans are waiting for it, and I'm here for it.
And did you already hear the news that they have been renewed for season 2 only 5 days after the premiere?
Yup.
I heard that from you, Nita, and you got to think about this. This show broke TV records.
Yup.
This show was up there with like Super Bowls. Over 10 million people turned into the premiere, and I have to keep reminding y'all, my ass was not one of them because they tried to play me. I could every time I click on the app, it would just shut down. So I was very upset. However, I'm happy for this success because they invested over $1 billion because they knew another franchise that was kind of similar in ilk was coming out on another platform, and that's Lord of the Rings. And that has a
Yes,
folley similar to
The
Game
Game
of
of
Thrones.
Thrones. Yup.
Yes. And they
absolutely.
knew they had to step their game up. And from what I read, Nita, when they created this when they did the filming for the show, they stepped it up a little quicker because they knew Lord of the Rings was going to be coming out, and there's a lot of
Right.
hype around that show too. So shouts out to them. Anytime a show does more than 6 million on the premiere, you most likely going to get a second season.
Exactly.
Well,
Go ahead,
you know
Moochie.
what else they were saying? People was getting fired. There were layoffs at HBO, and I think it was because of the little mishap that happened Sunday.
Oh
and
wow.
and,
And
and you guys
Jerome
know that
because of that.
and you guys know that Warner Brother has came in and bought HBO and all its properties and all the superhero properties. So a lot of the content that was on HBO and supposed to go to the movies, that's why you guys have been seeing it get pushed back. Like Aquaman, one of those other DC movies, they're getting pushed back because the property has now been acquired completely and wholeheartedly by Warner Brothers, and they are shifting some stuff around. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. We have another.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Said that they
what
couldn't
else?
see it.
Oh, okay. Tamisa said she couldn't see it either. So
We were
Boy Gaming actually watched it. He said he likes it. He hope it fixes all the mistakes Game of Thrones made.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I agree.
I hope so too. I agree.
Into that. We really did talk into watching because
I feel like they need to redeem themselves. I think they are going to redeem themselves.
Absolutely. It looks like it. It looks like it. Am I allowed to ask the host and the hostess questions?
Sure.
Yes.
How many seasons do you guys think we can get out of this? And when I say seasons, I mean quality seasons. You know what I'm saying? Because I felt like Game of Thrones, the original, had 5 good, great seasons. Then it started to taper. I'm not saying that when it went to the other season, it was bad. I'm just saying it tapered off. So I would like to ask both of you ladies, how many seasons do you legitimately think we're going to be able to get good content from this story, House of Dragons?
I say 5.
I hope we get 5 and a possible. Like I'm like, if we making books like we playing space, I say 5 and a possible.
Yeah, I think 5 would be good. I wanted to ask y'all, do y'all think, I really like the child actress that plays Rhaenyra. Do you think they're going to age her up, but do you think that we'll constantly get flashbacks and going back and forth with with those characters, the younger characters? Or do you think when they age them up, they just age them up?
I feel like I think it would do good to see some flashbacks, because then you know how people say hindsight is 20/20. Maybe she'll see things that she didn't see, and then she realizes what it really was afterwards. Similar, I would want to see it.
Yeah, me too.
I think when they. Oh, I'm sorry, Nita.
No, I was saying I really like the girl who plays Rhaenyra. So
me too.
Yeah, I do too. But I think when they finally age her up, I think that's going to be it. No more than a few flashbacks, because there are some grotesque things that they're going to do with the aged up version that they can't do with her. Right. And so I think that once she ages up, that's going to be pretty much it for her. But I would love to see this girl in something else, because I mean, she's playing the hell out this role. I mean, playing it. And I saw an interview with her talking about how, she cried when she got this role because she couldn't believe that the people had that much faith in her ability to pull this off. And so, I mean, she was overjoyed to get the role. She's nailing it. And I think, this is going to be a Netflix chick very, very soon.
Okay. I can see that. I don't recall seeing her on anything else. Is this her breakout role?
This is the breakout role, but she's done plays. She's done a lot of stuff in Europe. She's had some other minor roles, but this was the home run for her because she loved Game of Thrones. She's read the books. Arya Stark was her favorite character from the last one. And she, for her, it's like she's actually playing a role now where she's a cross between Arya Stark being the fierce female and a little bit of Sansa.
Oh, I said she's a cross between Arya and Daenerys.
Yeah, that too.
I feel like she's a cross between that. I don't think she's that naive as we haven't seen her be as naive as Sansa.
I'm talking about post got my cherry pop Sansa. That's the Sansa I'm talking. Sansa that was the queen of the North. That's the Sansa. You talking about?
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The reason why I thought she was going to be around a little longer is because she really looks like the face of the show. You know what I'm saying? With all the promo and all the thumbnails, you see her face, and you know what I'm saying. But I mean, she's starting it out, so I guess that's just maybe they'll change it.
And neither they might not age her up until maybe around episode 7 or 8, something like that. And if they go that route, then you pretty much have got almost a full season with her. But I hate to see her go because I'm loving the way she's acting. But the heavier stuff they're going to wind up doing with Damien, they just can't do it with a young child like that. It probably wouldn't look right, wouldn't feel right.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. The optics is yeah. I knew that they was going to age her up for the stuff that's in her. I mean, if y'all did any research and all that stuff, you know who she marries and all of that stuff.
Right.
Hey, we got another special guest. First time.
Uh-oh.
Is it to my channel? I think so. No, it's not. Okay. Well, here go my boy, Bro.
What's up, bro?
What up? What up?
What up? I had to pop in real quick. I got a lot going on here, but I had to pop in right quick because Nita and Moochie always show up for me. So even though I won't be able to stay long, I still wanted to pop in.
I appreciate that. I know you already did a Dragon Pack on your channel, but just give us like an overview of how you really felt about it. Your first impressions. Do you have faith in it going forward?
I didn't. I wasn't a huge Game of Thrones guy, but it is an epic story, and it's a good story. A good story, the original Game of Thrones. But we had on Game of Thrones, it was a lot of dialogue, a lot of character development. Some episodes were, boring to me, but the overall story was fire. So I was expecting that same approach. But man, they hit the ground running. This first episode was fire. Man, pressing. I love his character. He just fits. We gotta have a weak king on the throne. It come on with her. She in the air with the dragon, and she hitting them corners on the dragon. It just started off, man. It's dragons around, and it's just action packed. I expected it to be some friendly games or whatever to celebrate the birth of the son. I thought it was gonna be some friendly games, but we got into some gladiator type stuff, and
hey,
it was a great episode. It was a very good episode. Only reason it didn't get an A is because of episode 1 is that action pack. That's the only reason I didn't give it an A, because I just gotta see where they're going from this. But I was very surprised. I expected it to start out slow.
I went with an 8.5 with it. But I looked while y'all was talking, and they said the young Rhaenyra is in 10 episodes.
Okay.
Oh, so there you go. There you go.
So we might see the age up at the very end.
Yep. Okay. Or like you said, Moochie, they might be doing flashback. They might age her up around episode 6, but she continues to flash back to things that was happening to see how characters got set up to be in the position they are when they older. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, yeah.
Right. Okay, so Bruce, just let me know in the private chat when you gotta jump off. I appreciate you being here.
Okay, no problem.
And
what's up, Brill? Yeah. What's up?
All right. So I have my first segment is Did You Notice? Okay, so did you notice I have some questions that I really kind of want to see if you notice some things and get your opinion on them just a little bit. So I'm telling you, toggling from all this stuff. I'm sorry. Now I gotta get
you know how it gets on the screen.
Right.
Did you notice that Daemon sits on the throne? He sits on the side that doesn't cut the king. Did you notice that?
I did not notice that, but I did notice the king is not. I did notice that wound, but I didn't notice he sat.
He sits to this side, and the king's this side, and he keeps cutting himself.
And the original, the kings that sat on that side was getting cut too.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it may mean something. It may not mean nothing. But Moochie had a nice little theory. I want her to get into it right now. We discussed it on Monday.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember how the other it was another group. I can't think the ones that had the daughters and they was putting the stuff
The
on their lips.
Dornish,
The
the
Gornish,
Dornish,
yeah,
Dornish, yeah.
the Dornish. They was putting the stuff on their lips. Those are the people
Mm-hmm.
that basically make a lot of poison. So,
Mm-hmm.
do you think
Mm-hmm.
they put poison somewhere or did something where that wound doesn't heal because it's not healing?
Uh, I don't see no other reason for it not to heal. Maybe something's going on with that wound.
Yeah, because it's a bad infection. You saw all the pus. You saw how they was scooping out the oh.
And it could be that there's mutiny within, and that there's more people supporting Damien than what we believe, and they're actually not doing the job to heal the damn wound the way they should. They did show one person that was Dornish, and that was the guy that kicked Damien's ass in the war game for the baby. He's Dornish.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Sir Christian Cole, that's his name.
Christian Cole, yep.
Yeah. So we're going to segue right into that because this wound that won't heal gives me some kind of conspiracy brewing among his council. So I want to start with Willow and get his opinion just in case he got to run off.
Yeah, what was the question? Did you notice any other line of conspiracies brewing? Yeah, man, that dude who tried to give the king his daughter. Like, what was that about? Clearly, he wants power. Like,
what was that about? He trying to secure his spot.
Yeah, exactly. And like that's his daughter's friend. Like he talking about wear one of your mother's dresses. Like, come on, man. So I'm sorry. I'm watching that dude. He already he want to send Damien away, and had a point. He told his brother like, "You need me here to protect you. Like you weak." To me, that was foreshadowing. He telling him, little bro, telling you the truth. You weak. You trusting these dudes. You shouldn't trust them. All right. You might think that I want to backdoor you for the throne, but at the end of the day, I will protect you. And that's what I noticed of conspiracy brewing. I think that dude is up to no good.
Yeah. Okay. He is up to no good. You know why else? Because he's the one that put the wedge between the brothers by sending him to be with the king.
City Watch.
He makes something out of the City Watch, and now it's a problem. So
it is a problem because now he got a whole army that's going to listen to him.
And then I go, I turn them up, and now they're formidable. Now it's a problem with that. So you just, basically you draft me to a trash team. I get the team up to par, and now you want to trade me again.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it didn't work out.
Okay,
I'm sorry. It just didn't work out the way Otto wanted it to work out. And you just gotta believe that there's more than one person in that king's council that wants to see the king die, because they've already made it clear to us that everybody thinks the king is weak. He doesn't like confrontation. He needs his ego stroked, and it's a running thing with all of them. But at the same time, a lot of them don't want to see Damien because they feel like he's too hot-headed. But think about who has the biggest axe to grind. Someone in that council could have been the king because his wife could have been the queen, and they done shitted on her twice. And I'm talking about Corlys, the black dude. His wife should have had the crown twice in the last 50 years, but because she's a woman, they pooped on her. They never let her get the crown. Could we see him trying to do something to take out the king too? I could see that being a conspiracy, and I can certainly see Otto Nita wanting to get him out of there for real, and maybe usurp and put somebody else in to handle, because for him to be a father and you sending your daughter down there to stroke and ease this man in his time of need, you're trying to control this dude, okay? Yeah. And one way to control any man is through the panty draws. And nowadays, I guess I got to say through the G.I. Joe draws too, because you know how it goes.
Moochie, I agree with you. You on mute. I agree with you, Lamont, on that. Definitely.
I did notice underlying conspiracies brewing. I feel like his circle is not tight. He has people around him that don't support him. I think
Right.
they're
Yeah.
lining up. I think they getting ready for a hostile takeover. Like he's gonna either try to take this thing over, or he's gonna try to secure Damon's spot. The I forgot his Otto. So I think he's gonna.
Otto.
I
Yeah.
think he's working with him.
Oh wow.
Mooch, don't
I
you feel like they really setting this up? They really setting this up so that you can see how a civil war can divide a house and make you vulnerable to everybody. And I have to keep reminding people, let's not forget from the original show, they did show us that yes, the Targaryens ruled because they had the dragons. But that didn't mean they won every single battle. You guys remember the Lannisters had that big ass cannon that was the size of a car that shoot an arrow and could take down the daggone dragon.
Yeah.
And they've got to introduce that into the story too.
Yep.
So I'm very interested, and I think that at the end, Nita put a question up here. She was like, "Where did Otto send that raven? Where did he send that raven? How do we not know he's not a Littlefinger character that's got little birdies all over the place, and he's setting people up to be prepared for when this house divides so that they can supplant him right in power, him and his daughter?"
We talked about him being a Littlefinger character. And I feel like she says, does Otto Hightower give you more Lord Tywin or more Littlefinger?
Oh, Littlefinger.
Yeah, little Tywin.
Once he sent the daughter in there, that was like a little finger move.
Yes. Because remember, Littlefinger. Y'all remember how Littlefinger offered up Virgin Sansa? I mean, and sent her in there and got her ass pure T raped. The chick was bleeding, and I was like, I couldn't believe they showed that on TV. I mean, that one hurt.
Right.
He was a monster.
Yeah.
I think the king wants the king gone. Yeah. So let me tell you my conspiracies. So for me, I think those maesters are up to no good. I think they're in on it as well because okay. Hey, Miss K.
Hey guys, what's up?
What's up, Miss K? On a Friday night.
Yes. Hey, Brillo. Hey, Lamont and Moochie and Nita and chat.
Everybody was asking about you.
Yeah, they was asking about you.
Oh, hey guys, I'm here. Thank you. Sorry that I'm
now
late.
it's time to send Nita them super chats now, y'all. You got your whole crew here. Start sending Nita them super chats. And give her a like and share her content, because these chicks and everybody on this panel put out great content. They fire. But she need her coins tonight, y'all. So send this lady some super chat.
That's right.
Yeah.
I heard
down in the comments.
I heard you guys talking about him being Otto Hightower being like either Littlefinger or what's his name, Tywin Lannister. And if I add my little 2 cents with that part,
please.
If it's okay. So him sending his daughter in the room like that was definitely a Tywin move. All right. Exactly. If you remember how he had Cersei trying to marry off Sir Loras, and she was like, "No, I don't want to do it." He's like, "You're gonna do it." So that was definitely a Tywin move. I feel like he's more Tywin than Littlefinger, but he has a mixture of both of them, you know, because he's scheming. And the thing about what Littlefinger is that he was dangerous because he played both sides, because he wasn't really a lord. You know, he wasn't of the noble blood. But this dude, he's of noble blood already. He's already a part of a prominent house. So he doesn't have to do as much like Littlefinger has to do. You know, so if he's going to send a raven, you know, he's probably just like you guys were saying, he's gathering the people that's like, listen, when this happens, y'all going to pledge fealty to this heir or whatever.
Yeah, so let's speak more to that, because we were on this particular question. Did you notice any other underlying conspiracies brewing?
You asking me about this?
Yes.
Nah, just between Otto and I feel like when it comes to Lord Corlys, I think that he sees that the small council is not good. I think he sees it, and that's why in my video I made a little, I made an observation about him not wanting to drink out of the the cup because she poured when Rhaenyra was about to pour the wine, he covered it. So I feel like he was looking out for himself, like, listen, if you want to trust them, you go on ahead, King, but I'm not trusting these folks. I don't want no wine, I don't want nothing. I'm here because I gotta be here, but go on ahead and be stupid on your own. I'm not drinking from this wine.
That was a good point.
Yeah. And he's sitting back looking at how everybody is controlling the king. And when good counsel is given, the people controlling the king reluct him from doing it. So Corlys was trying to warn them about the triage that was coming.
Yeah.
And they basically shut that shit down on the spot. The king didn't have nothing to say until Otto and everybody else was like, nah, you don't need to do that. You need to get ready for the birth of your baby boy. And then that just stroked the king's ego. He's like, yeah, I need to get ready for these games for the birth of my baby boy. And Corlys is looking over there like, you MFer, you done screwed my wife out of a position where I could have been the black king on this show. We don't get many of them. and she's been screwed 50 years before that. So damn it. When y'all kill me, the black people gonna have something to say to HBO. That's what Corlys is thinking.
Hey, Nita, I say something real quick before I slide up out of here. Of course, hit the like button if you're in the comments. Of course, I'm gonna be back next week if Nita have me. I just wanted to pop in real quick. Ran into some little unforeseen circumstances, but it was a pleasure. I just wanted to stop in real quick, bang the like button for the hidden gems right here. Shout out to Lamont too, one of the OGs.
Yeah,
what's up?
We're trying to get like you, man.
Just keep grinding, brother. Keep grinding.
Peace, man. Appreciate you.
See you, Brillo.
Bye, Brillo.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
That whole small council, they gotta go. They're not big.
Yeah,
that's where the conspiracy is at right there. And that
Thank
whole
you.
small council.
I said that his circle is weak.
Thank
It's the people around him. They not looking out for his interests.
Nope. Kay, before you got here, we just said that all the conspiracies lie in that council. That's what we said before you got here. That all the conspiracies lie within that council.
Yes.
But can I ask you a question?
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Do you think that Otto's daughter realizes that he's using her for personal gain? And if she doesn't, do you think she'll turn on him when she figures out that he is?
I think she knows, and I don't think that there will be any repercussions behind it. I think she's going to play along. She may want some power too, so she know what it is. I think she knows, and I think she's hesitant about it, and I think she, is scared about what she has to do. But I think she's going to lean full in.
Yeah, she gonna have some power because she's supposed to be getting with the king. That one night she went in there and comforted him and nothing happened. All that was the planting of a seed.
Right. Miss K.
More than that. I'm trying to be like this because it ain't about what I think.
It's about what you know.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, we're predicting, so let's take it with a grain of salt.
That's why I want to
crafting and stuff. Okay, what about you?
I think she is gonna play the part and get down with this, and she's probably gonna be fascinated about becoming a queen. Yeah, that's what that is. Look, you telling some girl at this age where they probably played being princesses and stuff like that she could be a queen.
Right.
She's gonna
and she showed you that she wanted that position more than Rhaenyra wanted, because she kept right on trying to coach her up to be a queen. And was letting her know that this is an honor and you should cherish it, all that kind of. So she wants to have that kind of position, whereas Rhaenyra wants to be out there on the battlefield beating ass.
Mm-hmm. Me, Sansa vibes. That's what kind of vibes she was giving me.
Who?
So that's why.
Hightower.
Allison,
yeah, Allison
was giving me Sansa vibes, and that's why I say I think she's gonna play the part. She may be a little scared and a little intimidated, but I think she's gonna lean full in and just do it.
Mm-hmm.
You feel the same too?
Yeah, I feel like I do agree with you.
Y'all, I got a hot take. So I want everybody's hot take or unpopular opinions or something. But for some reason, I don't know, they're painting Daemon out to be a villain. But for some reason, I feel like I want to like him. I feel like however, he's going to have like these ebbs and flows, some good and bad with his character. And he's going to be a complicated character. But I feel like I don't want to hate him like everybody else hates him. So what do y'all think?
You think everybody hate him, Nita?
I don't think everybody hate him.
No, I don't think everybody hate him. Because he did two things that showed that once you get through the hardcore exterior, there's a heart in him. He brought that Valerian necklace back to his niece. He showed that he had heart and he had concern and he cared about her. The girl that's kind of like his main hooker, he kind of showed emotion with her. Christian Cole that whipped his ass, he showed a little bit of contrition with him. And in all honesty, I feel like where that vibe is coming from with you, Nita, is the fact that he's not lying about the king. The king is weak. The king has thrown his best fastball. The king does not want to address the hard decisions. So when you add all that into everything else you got with Damien, that can make him a likable character. That can make him a character that seems like the world kind of is looking at him from the wrong lens. So I can easily see why people would like Damien for everything you just mentioned.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. What about you, Moochie?
I feel like with him, it's certain things I saw with him I did like, but I still see him as an evil character though. I don't know if I could like him because it seems like the way he went out there and killed all of those people, he seemed like he got enjoyment out of that.
Yeah, he did.
Murderer.
Did you see the way he sliced off my man's balls? No man should be able to look at that when you slice off another dude's ball. I don't care how much you hate him unless it's Donald Trump. No man should be able to stand and look at a man get his balls sliced off. Not only did they slice them off, they put them right there on the... Yes.
They showed them like 2 old raisins. 2 old prunes.
I lost it, man.
Let's get a little taste of that real quick.
Oh no, Nita, no.
Really?
You see what happened when you take people to school and shit? You see what happened? That's one of my moves she done pulled. She knew what she was doing when she done that. Oh my God, I'm hurting.
But you want to grab yourself like this and hold it, right?
You see where my hands at? I'm cooling them right now.
Oh man,
that damn needle.
He's grabbing himself and holding.
Y'all, I was watching
how I feel about him.
New Stars for that clip. Now I couldn't hear the fart. I could hear when I was watching.
Heard it.
But I heard it, but it didn't pick up on this this record that I did, because that's what I was gonna say. Did y'all notice he farted?
I heard it. I was like, when I watched it the second time, I was like, did he just fart? And I'm like,
well, you know what? They gave you the real deal. He probably was nervous. It was like a nervous fart.
Right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
You better be glad
You got parts, balls, heads, arms, like
y'all know that term come from somewhere, right? Scared the shit out of them. Well, the fuck gotta come before that.
Right.
Yeah. That's what
nothing's flying out that ass that we
right,
saw.
Man.
Yeah. I don't know what to feel about Daemon. I don't dislike him, and I don't think he's evil. It's too soon to tell. I haven't even, like, as far as even the books go, I haven't even read that. Nothing about what happens to him. Like I said, I'm trying to stop because I don't want no spoilers. But I don't think he's evil. I mean, I know he has a mean streak, and there are some Targaryens from before that have a mean streak, and I think people are saying that because they're comparing him to Maegor the Cruel and all of that. But Maegor the Cruel was on another level. He probably reminds me more of like Visenya, because Visenya was very stern in how she would carry out stuff. Like, she was a no nonsense, like, oh no, we ride dragons, go over there and burn his behind up. Like, we're not taking that. So I think that's more like what he is, instead of, because I haven't seen him do nothing evil, to be honest. It looked like the people at first when he was going through the town, it looked like they were innocent. But then when I saw what they were doing, he was like, oh, this is a murderer, this is whatever. And so I'm like, okay, he's trying to clean up the city.
What Miss K?
What can I do? They're Targaryens.
Miss K, you can't be judge, jury, and executioner.
Well,
now that ain't right.
That's
what he did. But you know what?
He said, hey, brother, you put me over here. That's what I'm gonna do. Then don't tell me how to do my job.
His brother let him get away with it, right? His brother let him get away with it. So you can't. I mean, you can't really say it's evil if you're not going to enforce the law that you're not supposed to do it. The brother just like, oh well, whatever.
Well,
The
only thing I say that is the messed up. The only thing I say that is messed up is that we don't know if those people were really murderers and thieves and all that stuff. That's the only thing.
They wasn't.
That. It's like they were just pointing them out.
Yeah, and that's the part I didn't get. Y'all was just pointing out like average Joes that was walking about. Murderer.
Yeah.
I mean, but to his credit, King's Landing is jacked up. It's a jacked up place. So
it is.
It was a more than likely he got a few murderers, a few R's, rapists, thieves. He got a few of them. Best believe. Right.
Yeah, but the man that got his balls chopped off, Miss K, you got that's got to be tried out in the court of law, Miss K. Come on, man.
I mean, he can live to tell about it. The other dude got his head chopped off, honey.
Miss K, I would rather have the other head. I would rather have this head chopped off than anything done to that head.
You don't want to be a eunuch.
No, I mean, just what's life gonna be like if the only thing I can do to pleasure people is.
I mean, as Viserys and Theon in a Grey Worm, they making life purposeful. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget you got.
That's because. Oh goodness, good. I'm done. I'm done.
They making life purposeful, honey.
No, she did not say. Oh my goodness. Whew. Boy, y'all female, y'all are something on this channel. Boy, you gotta eat your Wheaties before you come up here.
So I got one more thing on Did You Notice? I think we talked about it in our review and recap, but I wanted to get your opinion and see if you spotted it too as well, Lamont. Did you notice that there was a flirtation energy between Daemon and his niece Rhaenyra when he was giving her that necklace?
100%. That's why I said he seems like he has a soft spot for the niece. And I'm not just talking about you, my niece. He's got a soft spot for them young ass panty drawers too. Very, very. And the way they subtly played it, the way that he told her to turn around and then he smooths her hair over and sexually rips off the other necklace and puts that. No. That is all innuendo, okay? Yeah, I put necklaces on my nieces and shit like that, and it ain't no slide the hair back, it's just, girl, get over here. This necklace is yours. You put the shit on yourself. Okay? No. Yes, Nita, And that's the part that won't allow me to say that he's a bad guy, because I know he's gonna feel some kind of way. The way that interaction went tells me there's something deep in him that cares about that woman. So that's the part that's like, if not him, she can keep him at bay from doing things that are too evil. So I got to see a little more about how they're going to play with Daemon. But you guys know this is Game of Thrones. There's going to be a myriad of people from all the other dynasties in Westeros coming for that throne when they see that it's starting to fracture from within.
Right. Miss K, you didn't get a chance to get in on this discussion. Did you notice that there was some kind of energy between them?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially from the uncle.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
Somebody said it in the chats. The Targaryens have a huge history of incest.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, well,
absolutely.
So it's like nothing.
See a lot of that
it's definitely nothing wrong with it in their eyes. So
nope. And that's why them women keep having so many miscarriages. That's why all the women keep having miscarriages and stuff like that.
But that's also the way that they keep the magic of the dragons, to be able to control the dragons. That's why they decided to keep their bloodlines pure, so they can keep the magic to control them.
Right. Exactly. 100%.
Oh, shit. Almost lost.
Do y'all like when they start talking in Valerian?
Oh yeah.
How do y'all feel?
Yeah, I like
that's
it.
When he was putting that chain on, he was talking to her in Valerian.
They always talk in Valerian.
Yes, she was talking to him in Valerian too.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna move to the next segment called Predictions and Theories. And I have a couple of more questions for you. And Miss K, she probably don't want to, because she knows a little bit more. I know a little bit more as well, because I just research and listen and try to get all the wealth of information, because I heard the books are like huge. And so I just feel like in order to stay abreast of things, you have to really study and you got to know. And so, so I kind of get into that whole thing too. So the first question is, how soon do you think Daemon is coming back? He went to the Vale, but you remember he has the army, the City Watch. They're on his side, and then he has a damn dragon. So if there has to be a hostile takeover, he's set.
Yeah. Did he take the dragon with him? Did he take the dragon with him?
He was rubbing it.
Dragon. That's his dragon.
That's his dragon.
That's the only way he was going to get to the Vale.
Yeah.
I thought they sent him to Runestone.
Runestone, yeah.
Runestone.
Maybe that's on the Vale. The Vale got a lot of different places.
Right. It does.
Like the castles and stuff, the different.
Right. For some reason, I thought he wasn't going to be able to take that dragon. I mean, like, the dad got to know. You can't let this man take that dragon. The dragon to them is what the gun was to white Americans when they start getting in fights over here with the natives. That's what the dragon is.
But there ain't nothing that they gonna be able to do with the dragon, because he's bonded with him.
Yeah,
they're not gonna be able to do nothing.
Kill the dragon. Kill him.
But I don't know if they would do that. I don't know if that I don't think as Targaryens, I don't think they would do that.
Yeah. Okay. I think
but see, the thing is, they would have to kill Daemon. See, they would kill the rider before they would kill the dragon.
Yeah, because they want to keep
the dragons. They want to keep the dragons around, but they'll kill the rider. If the rider dies, then somebody else could bond with him and ride him. But So I wonder why King Viserys doesn't have a dragon, because that's why they was waiting on her to burn the mother's body, because she's the only one that can give the command.
Ain't his dragon dead? Wasn't he with I
thought he couldn't do it. That's what we was thinking.
That's her dragon. She controls it. Those dudes, she controls the dragon, but those dudes, remember when she was flying through the air and then she came down, they were like, they can control it through like horns or something like that, like to guide him back or whatever. But she's the one that controls him because that's her dragon.
It seemed like they was talking to them too, talking to Cyrex.
Yeah, they was telling they were trying to I guess telling him to calm down and stuff like that.
Get in there.
But
are y'all liking the fact that we didn't have to go through the long, arduous process of having to see a family learn how to ride the dragon? Because that's what I was worried about. I was worried we was going to have to go through all that when we already know how it works. Just jump us into what the family was doing at the height of their power, and we've seen them right here at the height, and we're seeing that power is starting to crumble from within. Are y'all comfortable with the way they started everything?
Yes, I am.
I think they knew that wasn't necessary.
Okay.
Yeah, because if we saw Daenerys ride the dragon, and she didn't even have they had more. They was really equipped to ride a Daenerys.
Yeah, they had
saddles and everything. This Daenerys was bareback on them.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Daenerys stayed bareback everywhere she went. I mean, well, I ain't lie. I ain't lie.
Yeah, she didn't have no saddle. She didn't have nothing. She just got on them.
Yup, and was holding on to his little the spikes
scales or whatever. Yeah.
Okay, so
oh my.
Alicent and Rhaenyra will eventually not be friends. How do you think this will play out? Like, when I say how do you think it's going to play out, do you think Rhaenyra will have the resentment and then it'll be some kind of clash, or do you think Alicent, for where her path looks like she's going to marry the king? So, who do y'all think the beef is going to be about, or is it just going to be a full on, like, they just don't respect each other no more?
I feel like Rhaenyra is going to find out about her and her dad. And she's going to be pissed off because she never told him. She's going to find out without her telling her that she was with him. So that she's going to feel kind of betrayed as a friend.
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah. I just think that when the Civil War splits the two, they're just going to be on opposite ends of the spectrum, and going to be at each other's throats because they were great friends, but now they're opposing each other. It's just how I think it's going to happen.
I think it's mostly going to be on Alicent, who's going to be the one to like bring the hostility.
Yeah.
Because they're supposed to respect the fact that Viserys named her the heir. So if you don't respect it, why should Rhaenyra have a problem with anything? She's the heir. She's the one that was, known as the heir. So if Viserys dies, when he dies, and these niggas gonna be trying. Oh, I'm sorry. These they gonna be trying to mixing in the power. They gonna be trying to get a male heir on the throne because nobody wants a woman. Right. And that's how it all begins. The Civil War.
They don't call it a Game of Thrones for nothing.
Or Dance of Dragons for nothing. Not at all. So
William Lawrence says that he thinks Daemon will be back in episode 3.
Okay.
Doesn't he give his wife a dragon egg in the future? Yes, I think she is pregnant. I want to say, I thought I heard somebody say that she was pregnant. So he's going to come back and get a dragon egg. And I think
when did he have relations with his wife? Because he said she's ugly. So that don't mean that he ain't screw up, but he seemed like he had no interest whatsoever. Unless it was the night that they consummated the marriage and they got to watch or wait or whatever. That was probably the only night. Maybe he put a seed in her then. I don't know.
Yeah. So, Nita, you asked about a outside the box conspiracy theory. I think that Damien swings both ways with the bat. That's my outside the box conspiracy.
Interesting.
Like Oberyn.
Yeah. I get a lot of androgynous energy from Damien. Like, yeah, he's a badass and all that, but I get a certain energy from him.
And you remember when he was messing around with his whore, he couldn't even finish. I know he had things on his mind and stuff like that, but he like when it's time to do the thing, he wasn't even interested. He's looking around, everybody is engaging, and he's just kind of like,
right.
well, you might be right.
Yep.
You might be right about it.
And I think he might try to sleep with Christian Cole because that testosterone whipped his ass. And a lot of men want to buddy up with people that whip their ass if you're supposed to be the badass. So maybe he'll want to get in between them hot dog buns. We'll see. and Christian Cole is Dornish. And the Dorn is not opposed to bisexual relationships, sister-wife relationships. The Dorn ain't opposed to none of that. So
staying out in these streets, the Dorn is the village. Sodom and Gomorrah and the Dorn.
Dorn too much.
Dorn too much. Dorn too much.
Okay. And I think we already we talked about Otto. And the last question is, do you think that Rhaenyra will eventually ascend to the Iron Throne, or do you think this whole thing is going to just kind of be crazy and it's just going to be full out war? And we'll get a male heir on the throne because it's a patriarchy and they want the male heir, or do you think she actually will be the first queen?
I think I don't know if she's going to be on the throne, but I know she's going to be considered queen.
Queen, right.
But I think she's going to be somewhere. I don't know. I don't want to talk. I don't.
You trying not to spill the beans, boo?
Yeah.
Now, in Miss K defense,
even look at the camera and talk.
In Miss K defense, y'all, they do deviate from the book quite.
Yes,
often.
they do.
They really do.
You said they already deviated from the book, right?
Yeah, they already did. They already did.
But
because
Anita, I think she's going to get to sit on the throne, but I think it's just going to be a lot of turmoil. She is definitely going to be queen. We know that.
I agree with you, Lamont.
Yeah. I think she's going to get the throne, but it's going to be under duress like you have never seen. Like, they're going to be in war while she's sitting on the throne because they don't want her sitting on the throne. And I think that right now we're seeing Otto play the Game of Thrones and is recruiting someone else to help them seize some power.
Right. Yeah, because that Raven, I'm still got my spidey senses tingling. Like, where did you send that Raven to?
Spidey senses.
So let me ask y'all this: who, out of all the different fashions and dynasties we know of in Game of Thrones, which one of these other families you think is going to give them the most hell during this civil war? Lannisters, Baratheons. Which one do y'all think is going to be the biggest threat? And at the end of this civil war, it's going to be the family on top.
I'm about to say we already know that.
No, but this is 100 and something years before all of that happened.
172. 172.
It's obvious the Targaryens are going to win because they was in charge all of that time until the Mad King. Right? I mean, am I wrong? Right or wrong?
This situation basically destroyed their dynasty.
Right.
Only a few Targaryens left. Even if they were the ones sitting on the throne when King Robert and usurped them or whatever, that was really the end.
Okay. Right, exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Which one of the dynasties do y'all think is going to be on top when they're not the top dog no more? Lannisters, Baratheons. How do you think they're going to spend this for TV?
It's going to be the Baratheons because they had King's Landing.
They conquered.
I mean, but that goes into, Game of Thrones. I said, when Baratheon usurped the throne. And then it also ties into Game of Thrones toward the end. What happened at the end? Nobody really won.
Right. Okay. So Ms. K says nobody might not win. Okay.
Well, for this one, this is family against family. Right. Rhaenyra is black versus the Greens. The Greens is with the High Towers. Like Allison, you see her, she got the green and all that. Black. I would say the blacks too. You know, I feel like there's, first of all, you look at this in the trailer, because I don't know, guys. In one of the trailers, right? We got Rhaenys, the queen who never was. We have her talking to Rhaenyra and telling her that they will basically, I'm paraphrasing, they'll basically burn the freaking city to the ground before they allow a woman to be on the throne.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So if she's talking to her, to me, that's a good sign, because Rhaenys is well respected and she's popular. If you saw how the Baratheon dude came and he was like, he wants her favor and all that stuff, that means they still got supporters. So if Corlys, Rhaenys, and all of them they join her side on the blacks, which I don't know who's going to be on what fighting side, then they're gonna, they're probably gonna have the Baratheons on their side as well. So
wow.
I don't know.
So she's a good ally to have on your team if you can make that happen.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. So I want to know from everyone, what was your favorite scene? I know the whole thing as a whole was like so epic for me. Well, for me, I'm gonna speak for myself. It was epic for me. Do you have a favorite scene? I thought the direction was like fantastic with this. I remember how they was cutting that whole scene where they were going back and forth with Otto telling the story about the heir for a day, and how they just kept switching the scenes and cutting between the narration. I just thought all of that was just great. So I enjoyed it. But what is my favorite scene? I think that is my favorite scene, when he actually came and he kind of aired out his grievances, and he was, they went back and forth, and he really just told the truth and spoke up, and just, I thought that was a powerful scene.
Yeah, it was a good scene. I don't have one.
I just excited at the beginning when I saw Rhaenyra on the dragon.
Yeah,
and I heard that music. When you think the music that they was playing for Daenerys when she be on the dragon, I was like, okay, we getting into this. I was just excited from that, and I like that we got some of everything in this episode. We got some of the fight scenes. We got the drama. We see who's stirring the pot, starting the drama. It's just, I like, they gave us a tidbit of everything, and that's why I thought the episode was so good.
It was.
I don't know if you guys noticed this, right? I was listening and I was like, I know they're not playing Reigns of Castamere. Like, it was like they were like doing it in a way where it wasn't like, it was subtle, but it was like, it was, you know what I'm saying? It was there. And I'm like, it sounds like Reigns of Castamere a little bit to me. It was when I think when they were coming, the lords were coming in to pledge fealty to her. So I was just like, it would be, it would be a pretty, even though there's not Lannisters and nothing like that, but I'm like, okay, this is still interesting if they're playing the Reigns of Castamere, that just a little bit of the music, some type of variation. So
because we know what that
because you and that's basically like a house being wiped out, and at the end of the day, that's kind of what happens to this whole thing. It's like the house. So I'm like, that's pretty cool if that's what happened. I don't know.
Nita, I like that. I like the very end scene when Daddy was talking to daughter about, what, I made the gravest mistake. I should have always been trying to groom you to be the heir. And they talked about Baratheon. I think that's the name of the dragon. He was the biggest dragon ever. Balerion, excuse me.
Yeah.
And just kind of going through the history and the story and giving her the secrets that's passed down from king to king to king that she needs to know to try to protect her people, and furthermore ascend the Targaryen dynasty. I love that scene.
You know what I love? Can I say this real quick? Thank you for bringing that up, Lamont, because I love the fact that I didn't know about this secret. I don't know if anybody knew about this secret. I think this is something they added in. I don't know. I don't know if it's in the books. I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So there's a secret that only if you become an heir and your father, the king, is prepping you. That's a Song of Ice and Fire secret of the White Wolf that's coming.
Yes.
And I'm like, this is so awesome. But the crazy thing about it is when you fast forward to Game of Thrones, you see Daenerys, she didn't believe it because why? She never had her father to say,
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. So it's like her losing her family. She really lost like a lot of information.
Oh yeah,
real secret and everything. So listen, whoever is behind this, whoever is the king to the air, they've been doing a fantastic job of keeping that secret on lock. Okay,
because you got to think about it like this too, Miss K. This is a message of national security. You don't want your people running around there worried about White Walkers. And the one reason why they burned the bodies, you heard when they was having that conversation, is because when you cinch the bones, they can't get up and help the army of the dead. And I made that point in my video, and some bitch tried to tell me I ain't know what I was talking about. That's not what they was talking about. I was like, girl, if you don't get the hell up out my comment section talking that yin yang, you must not.
That.
Yeah, they just want you to acknowledge them sometimes.
Oh, and I don't. I never do. I never do. Never do. I just look at it and just like, really? What was you watching?
Yeah, well, Rhaegar was the heir.
Mm-hmm.
He was. Of course,
he was the heir.
Of course, he would know the secret. He was the heir. And the thing about Rhaegar, though, is that he tried to make it happen, though.
Yeah.
That's the part that was annoying with him.
I was about to ask you, but so do y'all think we're going to see White Walkers in the show this season?
No, I think, right at this point they're dead or whatever. I mean, they're not dead, but remember how they said they were kind of like suppressed or whatever for the life, sleeping or whatever under the snow,
right,
or something like that. Yeah. So
you don't think that we're going to get somebody that's going to cast the spell to bring them up as we're going through this civil war and these families is tearing each other apart? Okay.
I don't think so.
Would you want to see them this early?
Nah. In a dream.
I don't want to see them now.
I
think we had enough of them. I don't want to see. I want to see something else.
I would love that, because they keep saying that Targaryens have dragon dreams and stuff like that. So a vision or something like that.
If it was in a dream, then different, But I would want to see it. I would want to see it in a different way. I would want to see it like it happened already. Like they're dreaming something that already happened, not what we saw already, like at Winterfell.
Yeah, because when we saw it before, we saw the tree people, right?
Right.
The
children of the forest.
Yeah, so if we see the children of the forest,
I would want to see that.
That's what I'm asking. Like, are we if we're gonna see the beginning of the White Walkers, are we gonna see the children of the forest? Because we already got their backstory.
Yeah, it would definitely have to be a dream because that was so far. Like that's like it's way ahead.
200 years ahead or more. But wow.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all,
I don't know much stuff.
Yes,
I don't know if y'all noticed, but did you miss the opening credits? We didn't get any opening credits. I guess they felt like they couldn't.
We don't even know what the theme song is gonna be.
Yeah, they didn't even start with a theme song.
Right.
The closest to the theme song was
when
Rhaenyra was on that dragon. That's the only music we had from when it began. And then they saw her. That was like an introduction. They showed her come in.
Right.
Yeah, and then they did show the Targaryen sign coming up, and then it had like dwelling with that. But I want some opening credits. Like
you never know. They might not give it to us. They might keep
they might not,
because they know it's too hard to top.
Right.
Let's do it again, like how they did with Ghosts.
Yeah, like people are still listening and using the music from the old one on their phones for ringtones, and I know cats that work out to it. I mean, I ain't saying
that's what I'm talking about.
I ain't saying y'all on the air with one of these cats that go to the gym and be listening to doom, press, doom, doom, press, doom, but I mean, look. They have neither.
I would love it.
There's gonna be a score with this show. You can book that. There's going to be a score. It just might not be an opening score.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm really gonna miss that. I'm really gonna miss it because I did miss it. I don't know if people noticed or not. I was like, maybe it's not in this particular episode because we had the prologue, but
Right.
You know,
we might get like theme music and an introduction by like the third episode. I think they want to keep everybody on their toes where they guessing.
But
yeah,
they let us know what they wanted to let us know.
Is anybody worried that because the first episode was so good that there might be a letdown in episode 2? Is anybody worried about that?
I hope not.
No.
Nah.
No.
The only word,
because I'm still good with if there's no action. I'm still good with political intrigue and drama like that. You know, it still interests me, but I don't always have to have the swords and the battles and stuff.
Me neither. Yeah. I mean, because this show sets things up with the dialogue so much. Once you understand who's doing what, you just get intrigued by the way people trying to set fuckers up on this show. And I'm perfectly good with. I don't have to have action every episode.
Right.
And I feel like all the things I just asked you guys, I was worried for the first episode, and they far exceeded my expectation. Absolutely. So I think number 2 might be better than the first one.
Okay. Look, fingers crossed. I'm here for it. I got complete faith in it. I also know that Miss K, she released her review of House of the Dragon today, so go on over and check that out. Me, Gucci, and Tiffany did a review on Tuesday, so you make sure you check that out if you haven't. It's like a recap. We just had a live discussion tonight, and that's usually how it's going to go. Next week, the show will be on Lamont's channel, and then we'll have the after party. If y'all still want to talk some Thrones, we can come back over to my spot at 10 o'clock. Okay, so that's how that's going to work, y'all. One last question on the way out the door. Does anybody have any favorite characters so far?
Well, I like Rhaenyra.
I hate to admit it. I really hate to admit it. I don't want to admit it, but I like Rhaenyra too. But I also like Cordelise and his wife. And I'm saying his wife because I'm struggling to say her name. Rhaenyra. Rhaenys. Did you say Rhaenys?
Rhaenys. They said Rhaenys, but I'm saying Rhaenys.
Okay, Rhaenys. Yeah. I got a soft spot.
Heard my name.
Oh Lord. Hey Tiff. Hey, what's going on, Tiff? I do have a soft spot needed for Rhaenys.
Yeah.
The one that's married to Corlys, because of the way they screwed her over. And right now she's playing calm, cool, and collective. And I'm wondering if at some point in time she might see eyes on the prize and be like, "Oh, we about to get this shit, Rhaenyra." So
for Rhaenyra.
So, yeah.
You know a fun fact about that is in the books, right? The grandmother, King Jaehaerys' wife, because that's her grandparents. She left him over that decision.
What?
Like, so if you need a cop to sit on the Iron Throne, what the heck I'm doing here? You know what I'm saying? I've helped you run this all this time, so that you don't need me. Bye. And they separated. Yeah, they separated.
Wow.
The Dragonstone. Because she was very upset. Because she was like, "How you gonna?" She was the oldest, so she was basically rightful heir, and she just looked at it like, "How you gonna just overlook her like that?"
I hate the way they underline it. The queen that never was.
Yeah, but the dude Baratheon said that to her, and she didn't take it no way.
No.
Well, her husband was looking kind of like these mother fathers.
But I don't know. I think he was looking like that because he knows that people like Otto is probably gonna have something to say about that. You heard what Otto said. Oh, you can have his tongue out for that. So clearly it was more of a slight toward the king than it was to Rhaenyra. I mean to Rhaenys.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
She accepted it like, "Yep, here you go. I wish you luck."
and they know that the Baratheons are very powerful. Like, of course, they're not a threat to them with the dragons, but they know in terms of allies, like, you know, we have NATO and we have our #1 allies. They know good and damn well that the Baratheons are a top ally, and they up here palling around with Rhaenyra.
But here's another thing: Rhaenys is related to the Baratheons on her mother's side. They're gonna come to me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Did y'all see the beautiful kids that family's got? They got like 5 beautiful kids, you know. 2 of them little mulattoes, and one of them's a straight up white dude. Oh, just a little beautiful.
The older. I didn't see. They have an older son, right? I didn't see him.
Yeah. He was in there. No.
I think they just have 2 kids. They got.
I got the trailer, and I got the whole picture of the whole family. So it's 2 little ones that kind of mixed. Then there's a tall, look like he's completely white dude.
That's probably not their kid. I don't know. Unless they change something. If they only have 2 kids, unless they changed it, they only have 2 kids.
Okay.
Yeah, but they might have changed it. I don't know.
Hey, that might be the kid of somebody Baratheon and old Coeur d'Alene, you know, was shooting blanks for a night or 2 or something. I don't know, you know.
But they got the silver hair. That's the telltale, right?
That's true. That's true. Because old boy that's in the picture, he's got the silver hair too. It ain't blonde.
I saw the little chocolate one with the silver hair. She looked cute.
Yeah,
she was cute.
Oh, they were so cute. I was like, oh, she's cute.
Yeah.
I'm going to get some chocolate, though. I'll tell you that much. Chocolate is in King's Landing, honey. Yes.
So, not Nita, excuse me. Kay, what you gonna do when they kill him? Is the black folks gonna revolt on the show when they kill his ass?
I hope you think I want him to die.
I honestly, and I don't even know if he dies or not. So why are you gonna do that, Lamont? What am I gonna do?
This is Game of Thrones. Nobody is safe on Game of Thrones. Nobody's safe.
I think I'm hoping he'll have a long little ride. I'm hoping his kids might die before him.
I don't know, because we haven't seen enough yet to see if he's like ready to like do what he got to do to be in the game. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We got to see what he's about.
Be that conniving and stuff like that.
Like the way they
too much. You ain't got to be conniving. You ain't got to be conniving. Ask Sam Tarly. You ain't got to be conniving to survive.
Sam stayed alive. Yeah, you're right.
You ain't got to be conniving.
And that's what I was saying when we was talking about it the first night. Who's gonna be the person like Sam that was getting all the knowledge from them books?
Yeah,
and being able to stay at one step ahead of the game.
I was about to say, but Sam was a special example. It wasn't nobody else like Sam that survived like that.
Nobody else was reading.
There was a lot of good people that survived.
Yeah.
A lot of good people. Sir Davos, Brienne, Pod.
Brienne.
Brienne. I know you're not about to say nothing about my favorite chick.
Brienne of Taft? You trying to say?
She was a good person.
She was a good person.
No,
are you
know when you know when she lost being a good person? And this is the honest truth.
She lost Jamie,
when she decided to sleep with Jamie. That's when she decided to sleep. What was his name? Oh, Dragon Slayer. What were they calling him back on Game of Thrones? Yeah, King Slayer. That's when everything that I loved about her skeeted out of me. When she slept with Jamie.
He saw the good side. Let me tell you something about Brienne. When she was around, when her and Jamie were around each other, that's when you saw the good side of him.
Yup.
He brought that out of him.
And they bonded.
And at the end of the day, he ran away from her.
And he did her dirty at the end of the day. But that doesn't mean that that don't mean that she's a bad person, Lamont. She got played.
Yes, it does.
Poor baby got played, and then you know why it shows that she's a good
I'm going back to my
because
sister.
She still went to King's Landing and went into the book and still wrote down his good deeds. After he did all that to her, you can't tell me that that's not a good person.
So can we get all women where a man leaves your ass to go back to his sister and does y'all dirty to treat us that fair and sweet and special?
No, you can't. That's why she's special.
No.
Yeah, exactly. That's why she's special.
No, that's why she's flawed. That's exactly why I'm
Nobody
saying
said she
she's
wasn't
flawed.
flawed. We said
Yeah,
she was
we
not
didn't say-
evil.
She's
Because,
not evil.
That's not what I said. I said she was flawed.
Moochie was
That's
trying
what
to
I
say
said.
that she feel like somebody's gonna be, you have to survive. You kind of got to be a little evil, this and that. And I'm like, there's plenty of good people in Game of Thrones that survived, and they weren't evil people. And everyone is flawed, But I mean, look how mean she was to Pod all the time.
That's
she's
true.
flawed, but
That's
she
true.
was still my girl. She had reasons why she was like that. She was always picked on, always called ugly, this and that. We got a whole story about my girl, but we ain't gonna play my girl.
Yes, we is gonna play that.
Oh,
Yes, we is gonna play.
No,
we are gonna play that middle linebacker for the New Orleans Saints.
No.
Yes, we is.
No.
That's my girl right there. That's my girl. Thank you, Tiffany. She fell in love for the first time, unfortunately.
The only one that is unchanged for me
like
on that show was my girl Arya Stark, and I had to kick her to the curb too. You know why?
Why?
Because she had sex.
Are you serious? She thought she was gonna die. It was listen. She never did it before. She thought she was gonna die when they was facing the walkers.
Are you kidding me?
Are you serious?
Nope.
Neither are you watching P-Valley.
I grew up with her being like a little child, and she was like a little stepchild to me. And then all of a sudden, my little warrior princess goes and lets somebody have sex.
It wasn't just somebody. It was Gentry. They already had like a
Miss K.
Before the end of the world, she wanted to know what it felt like to have some peen.
Exactly. He wanted to marry her after
so it would have been okay if it was Grand all grown up, right? And he got some nookie, right? Or Rick on. Or little Rick on. It would have been all right. Get yours, Rick on.
Yeah.
Oh,
no.
Go ahead and get it. Listen, no. Go ahead and get it, Arya, and then tell the dude, I'm sorry, that type of life is not for
She
me.
did. She said,
like
yeah, and that's
what
just
she
like a
did
ninja
would do. Just like
I'm not a lady.
Bye.
And then left that man hanging.
Sure
gave him the cookies and left him, and he wanted it again too.
I didn't like that.
Yeah, if he hit it and said he wanted to marry her,
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't like that though.
That's already saying it. Look, that's some good.
It was the only, of course, it's most likely gonna be good because it was, right and tight. Ain't nobody ever been up in there.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, that don't necessarily mean it's good.
That's what I said. I said not because of that, but most likely it was. Hey. And he probably the women that he probably had was whores and stuff like that from King's Landing. Probably was dirty, he never had highborn cooch.
Oh my Lord,
highborn.
Like that's gonna taste different or some shit. That's gonna taste better.
That's like eating
no. I'm saying that he's probably open off of it because
it's highborn.
Highborn goodie. That's that Sierra.
Highborn,
my
and it was
goody
pure.
goodies.
Oh my
highborn, pure, and it's never been touched.
Yes.
Tastes like snow water.
Snow water. Oh my Lord and Savior.
Oh my God. Boy,
all right, guys. We're gonna go ahead and end it here. We had a good time. We hope you guys had a good time with us. Everybody has channels. Everybody, please subscribe to everyone's channel. We have Muchilla, we have Rewind That with Miss K, and we have Lamont Tyson. Everything in the deep box below. Okay. So anyway, we're gonna see you later next week,
guys. Bye-bye.
Bye. Later.